Okay, good morning everyone, and thank you for being here. It's a great dog day here in the Capitol, and we are really excited to have you here and have our canine companions with us, and also some search and rescue dogs that are kind of hanging in the back for now. But first, let's take a moment of silence to remember Broko, a Connecticut State Police dog who was tragically killed late last year performing his duty in Pawcatuck, Connecticut. So if we could just take a quick moment. Thank you. Broko was more than just a police dog. He was a true hero, a symbol of loyalty, bravery, and sacrifice. His tragic loss serves as a reminder every day of the unwavering loyalty and selflessness of our police animals, both search and rescue and our comfort dogs. Each day, they put their lives on the line to protect us just as any other member of law enforcement does. I want to thank the sergeants that are here and the canine officers. We have Danielle Durrett from Naugatuck, Connecticut, and her dog is Indy. We have Officer Sean Lisi from Groton, my hometown, with a search and rescue dog, Loki, in the back. We have Officer Jamie Ball and Canine Clifton from Simsbury, Connecticut. We have David Curtin and Canine Drago from Torrington. And we have Officer Eric Frederick with a canine from Waterford PD. Thank you all for coming here. I know it's not easy to get to the Capitol in the early morning hours in the rain during the week, and we appreciate you being here and all that you do to serve your communities. So in response to this tragic event that happened with Broko, I was thinking about what we could do, and I contacted my fellow colleague that covers Stonington with me, Representative Howard, and we decided to introduce Broko's bill. And this bill is introduced to ensure that when a police animal or dog in a volunteer canine search and rescue team, or I'd like to extend it to comfort dogs, is injured or killed, that restoration is required. Broko's sacrifice reminded us of the need to protect and provide these brave animals who serve alongside our officers and are truly considered officers for our police departments. The goal of Broko's bill is to honor the memory by ensuring that restitution is directed back to the municipality in which the dog came from, that have invested time, effort, resources, into their canine training, and of course, the great bond that exists between the canine officer, their entire command of officers, and the dogs. We believe that it's a fair and just way to protect and honor their service. Supporting our law enforcement officers, both human and canine, is vital for the safety of our communities. They work tirelessly to protect us, and it's our duty to ensure that they are equipped with the necessary resources and protections. So as we stand here today, I draw inspiration from the Maya civilization's belief that one does not truly die until their memory is forgotten. By passing Broko's bill today, we will make sure Broko's bravery and sacrifice will never be forgotten. His spirit will continue to guide us, remind us of the importance of supporting our law enforcement now and in the future, and the indispensable role that canines play in keeping our communities and us as individuals safe. So let's pass Broko's bill today and give a voice to those who serve us without hesitation. So it's now my honor to introduce my fellow colleague, Representative Greg Howard.
Thank you, Senator. Good morning and welcome to all the officers and the canines that are here at our state capitol. For those who may not know, in my police career, I spent 6 years as a canine handler as the first canine team in the town of Stonington. When both of my sons were born, I had Fritz then, and they came to know him and love him. And when the incident took place where Broko gave his life for the people of the state of Connecticut, it was just down the road from our house, and my boys, now teenagers, were aware of what happened. And I cannot describe to you the devastation on the face of those boys for the respect and admiration they have for the jobs that dogs do for us in the law enforcement community and in the public safety community. When the senator called me, I was honored to be able to raise this bill in the committee that I'm the ranking member of, along with Senator Ciccarello, who you'll hear from in a moment. And I very much look forward to the public hearing that we're going to have today and getting this bill moved forward out of committee. We cannot lose track of what our dogs do. Police dogs have a variety of ways of helping law enforcement do the job that they do, from narcotics detection to explosive detection, to search and rescue, to finding articles, to finding dead bodies, to patrol, and most notably and most recently, comfort dogs. We can't forget that we passed a law in the state of Connecticut that police officers are required to have 5-year mental health assessments because of the impact that this job has on them. And I can't tell you, and I can never articulate the value that comfort dogs in the station bring, not only to the law enforcement officers, but also to the community. In my 6 years handling Fritz, sure, we did a lot of great things. We took a lot of drugs off the street, we found a lot of dangerous people and brought them to justice. But where he was the most valuable was breaking down barriers between our law enforcement agency and the community that we serve. I used to joke all the time that when Fritz came to us, I had people lining up to buy him a bulletproof vest. He already had one, and 6, 7 more people lined up, can we buy one? I've been a cop for 22 years. Nobody's ever called and said, can we buy a bulletproof vest for a human being? Never happened. But people love dogs, and why shouldn't they? I think we all do. But it is important that when one of these dogs are taken from us feloniously, that those individuals who would seek to hurt these animals are held accountable. And I'm so proud to join my senator and my legislative colleagues today, as well as officers and canines from throughout the state, to push this legislation forward. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm very happy to turn this over to my colleague, Senator Ciccarella.
Thank you, Representative Howard. And I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. I'd like to thank all of the handlers and the canines for coming out. I know they do such a great job of keeping our Connecticut residents safe. You know, this bill before us is important. And I think it's the first step in the right direction of multiple pieces of legislation that need to be put forward to protect not only our handlers, but the canines. They do so much for their handler, the department, their community, and you know, I have in my hand since 2020, 12 bills that were proposed. I know Representative Scott proposed a bunch, I've proposed a bunch, and there needs to be protections for these dogs. They do so much, again, not only for the community. I don't know if most of you realize, a lot of these dogs go home with their handlers. They become part of the family. My cousin, Officer Chris Brown, had a dog, Major, who died in the line of duty. And I know it was an impact not only on his direct family, but the whole family. And I think this is, again, the first step in protecting our canines. Again, I'd like to thank Senator Summers and Representative Howard for bringing this forward, and I look forward to get this through on the Public Safety Committee. Thank you.
Okay, now I have the greatest opportunity to have a few of our handlers say a few words. The first person that is going to speak today is Sean Lisi from Groton. If he can pass off his search and rescue dog to maybe he'll do okay. Okay, he's gonna say a few words. Am I on the right side?
I'll try for you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys having us here. Here, you might want to speak, actually. Here, come here.
There you go. Right from the dog's mouth.
This is my third patrol dog I've had. I've been a canine handler for the town of Groton since 2009. I'm also a regional trainer down in the southern part of the state. What this bill is going to do for us is definitely fill a void that we currently need. I mean, there are a lot of volunteer groups, but the state's stepping up here and really helping out the guys on the ground. It honestly means a lot to us, and as you can see, I mean, these dogs are full of energy all the time. They want to work, and anything we do to keep these dogs safer, and any bills that can pass to keep them working longer and provide the towns an opportunity to keep them safe, we greatly appreciate it. So
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, officer. Okay, the next person we're going to hear from today is Officer Eric Frederick from Waterford with his comfort dog.
Hello, everyone. Thankfully, one of my partners is holding Hodges, so he doesn't drool all over here. But I just want to thank you guys, the media, for broadcasting this important message, everyone behind us pushing this bill because it's very important to us. Oh, I'm breaking things. Like others have said, these canines aren't just a tool for our department, they're like a family member. So this bill really means a lot to myself and all the other handlers. Thank you.
Okay, and to round out our officers, we're going to have Danielle Durrett with Indy from Naugatuck say a couple words. Danielle?
Hi, everyone. Thank you again for being here. Like everybody else has reiterated, these dogs, we train with them. We work every day with them. They come home with us. They come to work with us. We spend more time with these dogs, honestly, probably than our spouses or our families half the time. So being able to advocate for them in a way that they deserve, they work hard. They do so many different jobs. They're all very well trained. And being able to advocate and really show how important they are to us means a lot to all of us as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle. Now I'd like to introduce Renee Danino from iHeartMedia.
Thank you so much for being here, and I am honored to be standing in front of my friends, family, and proud to be called auntie to many of these canines here. I'd like to remove the word "it" also when describing these canine officers. They're not tools, they're law enforcement officers. This is the start of maybe stricter laws coming into place that will show the respect and love and the commitment for these law enforcement partners that should get equal respect and also restitution if needed. We have a hearing coming up at 10:30 that we're all headed over to. There's about 30 departments here. I know that we're going to be speaking. I know Enfield Canine Department is here, Berlin, Brantford, all of our comfort dogs. So this is a huge day in Connecticut. Broko's law, it has to get passed, and it is bipartisan. So I know I'm a DJ and a TV person, and we're not supposed to do this at press, but can we get a round of applause for working together on a bill here? This is working together to get this passed. So let's go, Broko's law.
Thank you for that. And now it is my great honor to introduce the leader of our Senate, Senator Steve Harding.
So thank you to Senator Summers. I really want to start this by saying one thing. Thank you to our police officers and our canines. And I think that that's what this comes down to, is that we had a press conference yesterday that spoke to opposite effects of certain laws that are being proposed by some that don't realize what these fine men and women and canines do for us on a daily basis. This law promotes that. It is a thank you. It is a recognition of what these men and women and these canines do on a daily basis to protect us. I really want to thank Senator Summers. I want to thank Representative Howard. I want to thank Senator Ciccarella for promoting and moving this bill forward. This must pass because it's good policy. It's good legislation. One, in terms of turning the funding or restitution back to the municipality, because these canines have so much interaction within the municipality. They are so much a part of the community in the municipalities. They're more than just a police officer, just like these men and women are more than just a police officer in their communities as well. So turning that restitution back to the municipalities is a critical thing. This bill should pass. I urge all my colleagues to support this. And I also just want to say again, outside of just being good policy, it is a recognition of what these canines do for us, the sacrifices they make for our communities, and what these police officers, these brave men and women do for us on a daily basis. From all of us, thank you. Thank you for what you do. I'm going to turn it over to Senator Summers for any questions. Thank you.
So that concludes our press conference other than questions. If anybody has any questions, as you can see, just looking at these dogs, if that doesn't bring you comfort, I'm not sure what does. Does anybody have any questions?